Hi everyone, it's your favourite Atomic Blonde here with another Pop Chat special coming thick and fast these days. Hey, how you all doing? So yesterday I went to go see The Naked Gun 2025. Kind of a sequel / reboot, who knows? So I really was hoping this was going to be, proper makes your sides hurt laughing. I grew up with like Airplane, scary movie films, obviously the Naked Gun films, Blazing Saddles, that parody, double entendre, everything's up for being taken the pee out of, basically, right? And we have been devoid of comedies for such a long time because everybody's worried about offending someone, or, you can't laugh at yourself anymore. I've said on this channel before, I strongly feel the reason that kids have so many mental health issues these days is that they just take everything far too seriously. Laughing at yourself, being a bit humble, helps breed resilience, right? And I'm not saying that means it's okay to bully and shame people. Of course it's not, but a little bit of ribbing here and there, but more, be a bit, critical of yourself, okay? And, certainly in the UK, we are known for our self-deprecation, our sarcasm, laughing at inappropriate times. It's something that really sort of stemmed out of the war and the Blitz, that, the only way to cope is to laugh. And we've lost that ability to laugh at ourselves, to look at ridiculous situations or even sometimes tragic situations and try and find, humor to get through. So to see something like The Naked Gun coming out, I think they are going to make another scary movie. You're like, okay, let's see what they give us. So Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are great in this. They have chemistry in spades. Their scenes are particularly good, and I think Liam Neeson done a good job. Nobody is going to be able to surpass the original Frank Drebin, and he was just a master at it. And there's nods to Police Squad. I mean, you've seen it in the trailer when he's like, they're all kneeling in front of the photos, etc. And there's some really like high profile actors playing the bad guys who normally play bad guys in other films, all done very well. I think you needed that stronger supporting cast, that you had originally with the captain and OJ's character. That was definitely missing from this. That they needed more. That they needed more of a foil to bounce off a bit, and that he's just not the joke machine kind of thing. So overall, that it was. The cinema was quite full. The one, I mean, actually, as I've said in show, I tend to go to like the earlier showings. I think this one was about 20:11, so not as early as I normally go, but this one was quite full. And I'd say people chuckled, and I think there was one scene where people, including myself, genuinely laughed out loud. But that was it. No one was like roaring with laughter. No one was like, that kind of, oh my God, I can't breathe. I haven't stopped laughing at this film. And even though I think it's a step in the right direction, they're sort of trying to, I mean, the whole scene that you saw in the trailer when the guy's spying on them and she's cleaning the oven and it looks like something else, that scene goes on and it gets worse. And I think that was a bit that everybody was kind of laughing out loud too in the cinema, and it's like, whoa, okay. But it's great to see that kind of humor back on screen. But I think overall that they just really needed to lean harder into it. These kind of films, like, you just have to go for it. otherwise it kind of falls flat a little bit. And there was like constant jokes all the way through. Some of them landed, some of them didn't. But overall, it was like a watchable movie, right? And I kind of give them a bit of credit for trying to do this kind of film. Some of the real stupid, like, would you like to take a chair? No, I've got plenty at home. That's just classic kind of airplane type police squad humor. So yeah, I left a little bit disappointed. I was hoping it was going to be much funnier than it was, but there were funny points. And like you say, it was, fine. Saturday morning at the cinema, fine. But I think unless they're prepared to be a bit bolder with the humor, and sort of don't take any prisoners, these films are just gonna fall flat. But hopefully this is a launch board to sort of say, hey, we can go down this path again, that people want this kind of humor, that people want these kind of films, right? So I don't know how well it's going to do through like word of mouth. I think I haven't seen anybody totally pan the film, which is good, because it's not an awful film. It just but again, I think I know some of the jokes are lost in translation. American humor is very different to British humor, and that's part of the reason why I think Superman's not doing very well internationally. That James Gunn's humor doesn't, or certainly what was in Superman didn't translate massively well. There was like no chuckling or laughing in my theatre. I think there was one or two scenes where people chuckled, and one of those was the post credit with Supergirl getting the dog. So anyway, so it's fun, it's light-hearted, it gives a good go at the genre, but it's a little bit lacking, but nice try. That's what I say. It's a nice try. Again, like if it's a weekend or bank holiday Monday and you want to stick a film on, fine, this does the job, right? But you are not going to get Police Squad, you're not going to get Airplane. There's still a line that you can still feel that this could have gone way further, and they were scared to go over that line. Some good callbacks, and there's some Easter eggs in there as well. But it's fine. It was fun. As I've said on the channel, work's been pretty crazy recently, so actually this is a perfect movie just to go and switch your brain off, just let it wash over you. And just gave me a few chuckles, but no raucous laughs, unfortunately. But cannot fault the cast. I mean, like I say, Liam Neeson and Pam are brilliant. She is superb in this. I hope this gives her a bit of a springboard for her career again. She was always sort of done a little bit dirty, I think, because of her kind of bimbo Baywatch image, that she could never really get away from that. And then obviously Barbed Wire absolutely tanking. And then her personal life kind of overshadowed any acting career that she was going to have. So hopefully enough time has passed that she can, take this role and kind of hopefully open some doors for her, because she was great in it, and so the chemistry is fantastic. So that's all I can say, really. As I was like in two minds whether to do a review or not, because there's not a lot to say. It's a bit silly, lots of double entendres, and okay, it's fine. That's it. I think that's the problem with most movies these days. I feel like every time I do a review, it's like, it's okay, it's watchable. That's the extent of the review. Or you like this, you got a great cast, they got great acting ability, actually really good comedic timing. We've seen Leslie Nielsen in like Ted, and he'd done a show with Ricky Gervais over in the UK, where he does that very deadpan humor, and you realise actually what a funny guy he is, but obviously he just never gets the chance to show it in the sort of films that he's done over the years. And it's great to see him in this sort of comedic role, to be honest. And again, I hope that opens up more comedies for him to do. So That's it. That's all I can say. Are you planning on going to see it? Or are you sticking with the originals? I would say the originals are head and shoulders better than this film, but you want to give it a whirl. You want a bit of a chuckle, a bit of lightheartedness. This is a good film for you. So, as always, let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Had some great comments from you recently, guys. Been great chatting with you through my reviews, and yeah, what the recent releases and how we were all feeling about superheroes, etc. I'm very excited because Weapons comes out on the 8th of August. So next week I am going to see that on Saturday. And I will get the review up. I've got everything crossed that film looks as good as the trailers. So I will keep you posted. But in the meantime, you all take care now. Bye-bye.